some greetings from the leadership here at Tumulus. Just give them a proper greeting, Nikki or Lynn. Oh, Cookie's here. I didn't see you. Cookie's good. And she snuck in. There's her chief here. It's Roseanne Pet. Cookie, Roseanne Pet.
All right, welcome, Shannon. Thank you for that very warm welcome. Very honored to be here with my neighbors. I've got a beautiful boy to my right. Give me a wave. Beautiful Nikki over to my left. Beautiful Dave to my right. Beautiful David to my left. And beautiful Thomas to my right. And my wife is I have a picture of that house. Very honored, and on behalf of Thomas Shop, we are so honored to be welcoming you here to this beautiful sacred circle. And very honored to have our Thomas Shop brothers come out and sing the welcome song. And you saw the beautiful ladies doing the dance, and that is a prayer dance. It's from our hearts to the Creator. Our hearts are boostmen, welcoming all of you from our hearts are boostmen to this beautiful land. And it is such a beautiful thing. We're so you here with us. And also
Oh, don't swing on it. Hold this.
thank you, our elder, for doing a beautiful prayer. Extra love. You. I guess I don't see something. All right, so this is on behalf of all of us. Welcome. We're so excited to have you here. And thank you to all of our friends and Rosalsons and our neighbors and everyone that came out this evening to come and meet and welcome our guests. So let's everyone give them a round of applause and welcome them.
So we're going to sing another song. I think we're going to sing an honor song. We're going to do an honor song for our visitors. And then we're going to have our storytelling. I think we're going to have Kenneth Thomas from Scotland. Is it Scotland or yeah? Oh, yes. Right. He's going to come and share some stories, showing stories with you guys. I don't know if we're going to let you sit in the rain, but he's going to tell some stories. Maybe we'll have you guys up on stage under the rain. He'll tell some stories up front, and there's some creation stories. And Dan wants to say a few words. He's one of our cultural language department here, Mr. Greg Ferguson. Welcome you in our territory. Now we're going to honor you for coming this way. This is what we need more of. It's our indigenous peoples coming together in unity. All of us coming together. That is true power. That is what brings us all together. So at that, we're going to sing an honor song to honor you. This song.
Kia ora te iwi. What they're doing at the moment is just honouring Wainuiomata, because we've come so far, and just to honour in terms of the indigenous cultures coming together. So they're going to sing our waiata for us, and we'll get into it live soon.
You can go down there. You can go down.
Go down.
Maybe just go that way. So you're not behind them. Pass it to me.
Malay team. Oh, sorry for the wiggles.
Which way did she say to go?
So I think we're going to give our visitors head for the shelter. We have a little bit of rain. I think we're going to get them out of the rain, and we're going to get Kenneth to tell a few stories of the Secwepemc people and share with them, and then they're going to come back in, and they're going to do their grand entry like we do. So we're going to get them to come out of the rain. I think we're going to get all of our drummers back to their seats and seek a little bit of shelter. A little bit of rain didn't hurt. Our elder said she needs to get out of the rain. She said brown sugar melts. Hey, jeez. That's what she told me. I'm not making that up. Jeez, so we have to make sure that we take care of our elders. She'll melt away on us. Jeez. Oh, she's got a blanket. She's good. So we're going to invite Kenneth up here. If you guys want to take shelter, he'll take the center of the arena. You guys can watch there, then we'll get you guys to in. So give Wainuiomata a round of applause, and all of the Secwepemc singers, hand drummers, giving them a proper welcoming here. Greg and our chief and council. You know, we're going to get ready here. We're going to have a great show, but we wanted to tell a little story about your guys' creations. A lot of the things, you know, Skalak, all these things that they represent here, these things.
I can video from in here. When we're performing, I can go in there and get this.
I'd just like to say how honored, humble I am to be here tonight. This is, wow, look at all the faces, look at all the beautiful people. This is a little daunting, but I'm sure to do my best and share the words and wisdom of our elders and ancestors here at the Secwepemc. How's everyone doing tonight? Awesome. So good to see everyone here. I've been here for many years, so I'm very happy to be back. And I'm very happy to share some stories like, yeah, some bows or thoughts where Dr. Mary Thomas, Mark Thomas, are being here, Johnny. My parents are Phyllis and Jerry Thomas. My partner Mel's over there. She has 2 children. Tristan and Lexus, and I have my son Susan Sewell, and we have a big old extended beautiful family. Yeah, Cook's Judgment. Thank you guys. Thank you for the organizers for having me here tonight. And Bernice Jensen, Colin for having me and inviting me up here. So I'm gonna kick off with a quick little story. This is the very first story that I've heard in my entire life. And that's the story of how Bear came.
Colin.
Do they need the mics on both sides, say so?
Like all of our Samoan stories, they always begin in the same way. A long, long, long time ago. A very long time ago. The one we call Contentum, our brother Bear, was flux. We only like to do one or two things at any given time. And one of those things was to eat. The other was sleep. And today, he was so hungry. He walked down to the river, the swamp on the water, and he watched us, all the salmon, all of the scallop, and all those folk were swimming by, and he looked and he went, oh, I'm so hungry. And he watched as all the salmon swam by, and he walked out into the middle of the river, waited for the perfect salmon to come out of the river. He didn't eat the very first salmon he saw. He always waited for the perfect one. And as it got closer and closer, he watched it went back and forth, up and down. And as it got closer and closer, oh, brother Bear, almost in 4 bites, moose bites, he finished it. But he had to take a 5th bite. He went, ruff, 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 ah. And he shoved the tail into his mouth and he went, oh, I'm so hungry. He could eat 100 salmon in one sitting. He ate 25 over there, 25 over here, 25 right here, and 25 over there. Oh, he loved to eat his scallop ooey. And after he was done eating salmon, he said, oh, now I need some fiber in my diet. And fiber is only food that helps digest our other foods. So he went high into the mountains looking for some fruits in the trees, berries on the ground, even rooting vegetables underneath, and he couldn't find anything. And the only thing he could find were wild rosehead berries. And he started eating them. And even though they're high in vitamin C and iron, and they make a good tea, oh, Brother Bear remembered, oh, I barely like these. They make this splendid tea. So if you ever see Brother Bear dragging his behind on the ground, on the forest floor, you know he ate too many wild rosehead berries. And then after he was done eating, he only liked to do 1 or 2 things. One is, help me out here. And the other is, oh, and now he was tired, so he went to go look for some darkness. And he found some darkness underneath a tall tree. He was lazy and tired. He didn't want to go looking for a cave. And he looked to see where the sun was, and it was way over there on the opposite end of the land. So he crawled out underneath that tree, and he said, this is good enough. And that should have been the end of the story. But it wasn't, because a long, long, long time ago, it was said the sun had no rules or laws. It could go anywhere it wanted to in the sky. It could go from the north to the west, the east to the south. It didn't even have a bedtime. And on this day, it saw Brother Bear trying to have a sleep underneath the tree. And it decided to wake him up, so it positioned himself right above Brother Bear in that tree. Brother Bear was lying under that tree. He started giggling. And then he realized, why am I sweating? So he walked out and he looked at the sun. And there's a rule, there's a law, you never ever wake a sleeping bear. But the sun pulled him up and oh, Brother Bear became a little high up. Not really super high up, just a little high up, enough to be displeased. So he growled at the sun just a little bit. He went, roar. And he went to go find some more darkness, which was just another tree because he was so lazy and tired. He laid down underneath that tall tree and went to sleep one more time. The sun, still having no rules or laws, woke him up for a second time. This time, Brother Bear became really angry. He ran out, he started hitting the earth with both of his paws, and he shook his head, then growled at the sun and went, roar! But the sun wasn't afraid of him, not even a little bit. So then he decided, oh, I'm going to stop being so lazy and tired and go find a cave. And he went to go sleep in a cave, but the sun had no rules or laws. Woke him up for a 3rd time. have to ask yourself a couple questions. What am I doing to a bear that's so mad, and why am I so close to it? And brother bear, he stood there clapping his teeth, pounding the earth, shaking his head, and he yelled at the sun in the morning, like, "Rah!" But the sun wasn't afraid of him. So he said, that's it. I'm going to go find a cave that's so deep and dark that it'll never be able to get to me. He found a cave that was so deep and dark that it went this way, and then it curved back that way, and it went this way, and it went back that way. It even went up a little bit, and down. And Brother Bear giggled. The sun will never find me in here. But the sun knew exactly where he was. It's one of the most powerful forces in our solar system. He shone all that sunlight into the cave. It bounced, reflected, refracted up those cave walls this way, that way, this way, that way, up, down. And all that sunlight couldn't get to Brother Bear. Just a little sliver, enough to poke him dead square in one eyeball and wake him up. Oh, Brother Bear! He crawled out of the cave. He went, oh boy. He went up, down, this way, that way, this way, that. And when he got out to the sunlight, he looked up at the sun, but he didn't growl at it. He didn't pound the earth, clap his teeth, and shake his head. He just said, I'm going to make that sun go away no matter what. His first idea was to throw a rock at the sun. He threw it up and up and up and up and up, but it fell back to the earth. He said, too heavy. So he threw a log at the sun, went up and up and up and up and up, but it fell back to the earth. And he said, now what am I going to do? But a long time ago, the animal people, they had specific gifts and powers. And one of those gifts was the gift of song. They could sing a song and move a mountain from that side of the valley over to that side. They could move a river from over there to over that side. They could move a lake right on top of the mountain. That's how powerful the gift of song was. So Brother Bear picked up his umin and his umaka, and he started to sing a song to make the sun go away, not just for a week, a day, a month, or a year, but forever. And he sang a song. Oh, I like the darkness. Darkness, darkness, darkness. I like the darkness. And just like that, the sun that was right there was gone. Poof! Just like that. It was right there, then it was gone. Meanwhile, there was Coyote, Cyclad, still happens sometimes in Powwow. And he was out wandering around doing what coyotes do. In this time in history, he loved to be a coyote in Powwow. And that's not always the case. Sometimes he doesn't like his name. He wants to be so much more. But today, in this time in history, he loved being a coyote. I love being me. And then all of a sudden, the sun that was right there was gone. It disappeared so fast that Kyle thought he lost his eyeballs again. He went, oh no, I hate when this happens. And that's a story for another time. In this story, he realized his eyes were still in his skull. So he looked in all four directions for the sun. He went in this direction. Ta-ha, he didn't find any. He went in this direction. Ta-ha, he didn't find any. He went in this direction. Ta-ha, he didn't find any. And he went in this direction. Ta-ha, no light anywhere. So he howled. He went to go look for someone who might know what happened to the light. So he howled. He went, hello, does anyone know what happened to the light over here? No one answered. Hello, does anyone know what happened to the light over here? No one answered. Then he said, well, if I can't see them, I can't hear them, I definitely can't touch or taste them. What am I going to do? And that's when he remembered the sense of smell. So he sniffed this way. He went, he didn't smell anything. He sniffed this way. He didn't smell anything. But when he sniffed in this direction, oh, he smelled something stinky. And everyone here knows that when you smell something stinky, for whatever reason, you go back for a second sniff. And that's what he did. He went, oh, why did I sniff that again? That's disgusting. But then he realized, I know that stink. That stink is my Brother Bear. So he followed that scent. He went, and he found Brother Bear sleeping in the middle of the field. And he said, what is Brother Bear sleeping in the middle of the field? But the thing about Coyote you need to know is he's very inconsiderate. He doesn't consider things for very long. So he said, I don't care. And he started walking close. And all of a sudden tripped over his kumi and pamaka, his drumstick. And he realized, oh, why does he have his drum here? He didn't realize what he was doing. So as they got closer and closer to Brother Bear, he said, I'm going to use it to wake him up. And Brother Bear was sleeping in the middle of the field. He went, wake up, Brother Bear, wake up. Oh, and Brother Bear had to wake up. He jumped up and he went, rah! And he started to chase after his son, Kyle. But Kyle couldn't get away because he got tripped over stuff and banged into stuff. And he said, stop, they're stealing, Brother Bear. But Brother Bear stopped. And he said, Kyle, what do you want? And that's when Kyle told his story really quickly. He said, I felt back in my own business doing my Kyle scream, running, jumping, time in my life. I don't think I kind of all this time in history, but that's not all those kids. And all of a sudden I realized the sun disappeared and finds out I lost my eyeballs. And I realized, oh, my eyeballs are still in my skull. So then I looked in all four directions for a sun, and for any silent light. I looked this way, that way, that way, that way. And when I couldn't find any, I couldn't taste or touch him. I just started up and so, oh, I can find him. And I sniffed, and I went, ooh, that's a stink. But I realized it was Brother Bear, so. And I found you here in the field, Brother Bear. And I'm sorry I woke you up because I know the rule of the law. You never ever wake a sleeping bear. But the sun was right there. And now it's gone. And Brother Bear, he just started to laugh. He just started to go, and laughter is something, it's contagious, it's infectious. When someone laughs, your brother, your son, your best friend, whoever, when they laugh, you laugh too. So while Brother Bear is sitting there going, Coyote started to go, and Brother Bear, when he heard him laugh, he kicked the bigger, he went,
Sorry, Whānau.
So Coyote, he went bigger, he went, and they laughed so much, they were exhausted. They grabbed each other in a half roll hug. They stood there like this, and that's when Kyle asked that question, what's so funny? And that's when Brother Bear quickly told his story. He said, oh, I only like to do one or two things, Kyle. One is, hello, eat, and Kyle, his brother Bear said, oh, I like to do one or two things. One is eat, and the other is sleep. Oh, I was so hungry, so I went down to the river and I ate 100 salmon in one city. So what I can do, then I went to go look for some fiber for my diet. And I looked and I found some Ponderosa pears, and I said, oh, I barely like these. And after that, I said, I only like to do one or two things. One is eat, and the other is sleep. So I lied down underneath a tall tree, but the sun having no rose of logs woke me up. So then I went, oh, but then I went and said, oh, I'm going to find another tree. And I lied down under the second tree, but the sun having no rose of logs woke me up for a second time. And this time I went, I got eye up, I pounded the earth, shook my head, and I went, oh, but the sun wasn't afraid of me. So I said, I'm going to stop being so lazy and tired. I found a cave. And I'm inside of a cave. The sun having no rules and laws woke me up for a third time. This time I got really angry. Pounded the earth, shook my head, and clacked my teeth, and I went, rah! But the sun, it wasn't afraid of me. So I went back in, I was so deep and dark, I went this way, that way, this way, up, there. And then I got in there, I giggled, I went, the sun will never find me here, but it did. It knew exactly where I was. It shone all that sunlight into the cave, and bounds reflected, refracting off those cave walls, this way, that way, up, down. And when it finally got to me, I went, oh. And I walked out of the cave, I went, up, down, this way, that way. And when I got up, I said, I'm going to make that sun go away forever. I threw a rock, and went up and up and up and up, but it fell back down. I threw a tree, and went up and up and up, but it went back down. And I remember that kid in the gift of song. I can hear the mountain from over there, river from over there, from over there. And that's when I sang my song. Oh, darkness. And the thing is that Kyle listened to Bear's entire story. And he didn't even consider that the sun is the giver of life. That the sun helps all the plants and trees grow. That the sun is the beginning and end of life. He didn't consider any of those things. What he heard Brother Bear telling him was that Brother Bear was a better singer than Kyle. And Kyle laughed out loud and went, if Brother Bear thinks he's a better singer than me, he's got another thing coming. Because not only am I the fastest runner, not only am I the best jumper,
There's a charger in my bag. In my black bag of Bubba. Have you got a
Well,
port?
we're going to stop it after
And
that.
just like that, with the power of the
Set
Coyote
up
song,
and
the sun went poof back into the sky. All the animal people can see from each other. When they were there, they would sprint so quick, they only thought cheeks and teeth. They had to sprint so hard.
So as soon as
And
that
after
line goes first,
now, Brother Bear got
then
ready to keep them
have
this
a little
strong.
break.
He sang his song. And then Coyote sang his song. Light, 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 light. Brother Bear sang his song. Light, 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 light. Darkness, light. Darkness, light. Darkness, light. They battled for no one knows for how long the sun kept on coming, going. No one knew whether or not to get up and start their day or put on the jammies and shut the day down. And finally, Brother Bear saw all the damage that he was doing, that he and Kyle were doing to Mother Earth, to all of the animal people. And he held up his kumaka to his kumin just like this. And he said one word that solved everything. He said the word half. Half. And Kyle looked at it, and he saw it as a share, a compromise, a way out of this selfish battle, a way out of this conflict. Brother Bear wanted more darkness. Kyle just wanted the fruit of his better sin. It was a very selfish battle. And from that day forth, from the time the sun rises and sets, they call that half day. And from the time the sun sets and rises again, they call that half night. And that, my friends, is the story of how Brother Bear and Kyle made day and night. My name is Kenneth Thomas. Thank you guys for sharing some words of wisdom of the elders and the ancestors. Quick chapter.
All right, give Kenneth a round of applause. All the way from the Scotland, he swam all the way down the river here. He didn't tell that story. But we're going to have one more story. We're going to have a 5-minute story from our secretary. She sits on our board of directors, Miss Bernice Jensen. Give her a round of applause. Miss Bernice Jensen, she's going to share some of her oral history and her stories with us. And then we're going to get into the big show.
So, Wainuiomata, Bernice Jensen, Rose West. Hello, everyone. I used to work in the school districts for 36 years. I just retired 4 months ago, and thank you. So I did a lot of storytelling in the school district. One of the stories that I had learned is how dog lost his tail. How many people have a dog at home? Put up your hand. We have a lot of dog lovers. This is a story that you can relate to and you can share. So it's called How Dog Lost His Tail. So a long time ago, one day in the village, the people were gathering after a long winter. And they wanted to get together and have a celebration, much like today, where they could drum, sing, feast. And so all the people from near and far gathered, and they began to drum and sing. Our dogs also lived in the village, but our dogs were never allowed to go and dance on the dance floor because they were dogs. So our dogs were very sad. And they looked, you're not allowed to be out there. So the dogs could not go out and dance. So all the dogs, they started to talk and communicate to each other. And they said, we should have our own gathering deep in the woods. And so all the dogs agreed that they would gather the next full moon. And so they waited. And they waited. And finally, the day came of the next full moon. All the dogs, they were so excited. They said, don't in the villages had gone to sleep. One by one, the dogs tiptoed out of the village and they went deep, deep, deep in the woods and they gathered. And as they gathered, they decided they needed to have some rules. And they said, okay, we need to have some rules. What should the rules be? And one of the dogs, he lifted up his paw and he said, I know. And they said, yes. What is your rule? And they said, well, I think that we should stand up on our hind legs, just like our people, because our people do not dance on 4 legs. They dance on 2 legs. We will dance just like our people, and we will dance on only 2 legs. So all the dogs agreed, and they went, and so that was rule number 1. Then they said, is there any other rules? And another dog put up his paws and said, I know. And they said, yes. What is your rule? And they said, I think that we need to remember to take off our tails, hang it in a tree, because our people do not have tails. So we will take off our tails and hang them when we dance and gather. And so they said, oh yes, Ma, that is a good rule. They all agreed and they said, is there any other rule? They looked around, and sure enough, one of the dogs, he lifted up his paw and he said, I know. They said, yes. What is your rule? He said, well, we need to get back to our own villages before the people wake up. Before the sun, before the sun rises in the east, we need to get back to our villages. That will be rule number 3. So they gathered from that day forward. Month after month, they would get together every full moon. Until one day, they forgot rule number 3. What was rule number 3, someone? Louder. Get back home before the people wake up and before the sun rises in the east. So there they were, drumming, singing, dancing. And all of a sudden, one of the dogs, he stopped. And he looked to the east, and the sun was about to rise. He started to holler, the sun is rising, the sun is rising. All the dogs looked, and sure enough, they went running to any tree that they could find, and they grabbed any tail that they could find, and they took it, and they went running home. That was the last time the dogs ever gathered. From that day forward, when you watch your dog and he meets up with another dog, the first thing your dog likes to do is go up to the other dog and he likes to sniff the other dog's tail, because he is still looking for his very own lost tail. So now you know the rest of the story. Why our dogs go out and like to sniff another dog's tail. The end. Christian.
All right, thank you, Bernice. I didn't know dogs sniff each other's tails. I thought they sniffed something else.
No, the tail.
All right, I want to thank you, Bernice. She's our secretary of the Powwow Society. She's a great knowledge keeper and storekeeper. Bring the mic up here. Anyways, who's all ready for Wainuiomata, haka? In a few minutes here, we're gonna again welcome them out. Can you hear me on the radio? 100.1 in the camp. Give me a 1, 2, 3, honk your horn. Now everyone's in here. All right, in the camp or in the stand. here, I want to give you give me a big loud yahoo or a cheer. 1, 2, 3, you ready? All right. So we're going to invite our kapahake, Wainuiomata. Whenever you're ready, Ijara, Wainuiomata.
Yes.
All right, give them a round of applause.
Give us a clap. Words of our Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to greet every one of you that have come here tonight to watch and observe our kapahaka team here today. Our whanakura is called Kura Matua or Wainuiomata. We come from a little place called Wainuiomata in the Wellington region in New Zealand. And we are very grateful to be here today to share our customs, to share our beliefs, to share our stories through song and haka. So we'd like to thank Colin and his beautiful wife and their whānau, and obviously all of you that have gathered here today for the opportunity. We are very grateful, we are very grateful, we are very grateful. Sorry, I don't have full heads on me, I've only got one. So I'll turn around. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, mō te atea. Powwow, Pakia. So there is what we call a pātere, or a traditional Maori chant that talks about our ancestor Taraika. Now, Te Whanganuiomata, the name Te Whanganuiomata, that is the Maori name for the main city where we come from. Taraika is the creator of the lands and the depths of the sea in Te Whanganuiomata. So that acknowledges our ancestor Taraika. Ding dong, moving on. Our next song is, what is it? Our next song is Waiata or a action song. Used, an action song is actually quite new in the last 100 years, created by one of the great leaders of Te Ao Māori, Wainuiomata,
Stop hitting me.
and a lady called Te Wainuiomata. So this is not as traditional as the song we just sung, but it is used to show and tell stories through music and action. Kapai? You can take a seat, ladies and gentlemen, if you like. You don't actually have to stand up. Kapai. Yeah, save your feet because we have another 25 minutes to go. So this is our Waiata Aina, and we hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. I'm going to try and move around so we can see all the kids. But I've got to go over people's heads before they're filming. Try and move around. Otherwise I'm only going to get the side view and not all the kids. Got a bit of a... They're doing both sides so everyone can see.
The next song is called a Toy. You will see the beautiful ladies here holding a ball that is attached to a string. Now, traditionally, koi were used by me, so I'm better than all of them at the koi. They think they're good, but they're not as good as I am with the koi. But traditionally, koi was used by me to supple their wrists so that they were able to hold their weapons of war and ready their hands and their wrists to hold their weapons of war. So this poem is about Rona and Moon. Tēnā koutou. So if you want to know who the beautiful solo is in the middle here, this is almost single kind of one. So if you're looking for a wife, she does not have a husband. She's a two-way territory for her whakapura, and she is single, and she can sing. So for any single males out there, here's your lady. An inside is called a haka, or a traditional dance. Now, Bowen breaks, if you want to do the haka, well, they do it properly now, but about 5 years ago, yeah, that's not how you haka. Traditionally, that's not how you haka, how all breaks do it. These days, they were taught by a man called Derek Lardeli, who has a relationship over here. It's a bit better than what they used to look like. So this is a haka, or a traditional dance done by the males. Please enjoy it. Tēnā koutou. move on to the next item. This is what we call a titi kore. There are two sticks made of traditional bamboo. No, they're not. They're just broomsticks that we cut up. This is known as the titi kore. Traditionally used within the house of entertainment called the Coyote, to sharpen up the skills of the people who hold them. Please sit back and relax, and I'm right on you. You'll see them being thrown around. If they drop it, they have to do 10 burpees on the stage. So the gist of the story is don't drop the haka. Kapo, kapo.
So far, trying to get the best views. Hey, don't throw them.
So it was at the titi kore, or the shorter stick. Now we have the tinaka, which is a longer stick, again used within the Wainuiomata or the house of obedience.
Where are they going?
I see my drop there. Here's my 10 burpees later on.
Okay.
So if you want to see it, you might have to come to this side. Powwow. So that was called a Tina. Couple of time. Hopefully you didn't see the mistakes, did you? Moving along. The next one, so the next two items we're going to do, the first one is called Naila Te Kaupapa, written by the Tawhina style of the iwi of Te Whakatauria. Now this song talks about the Maori language, it encourages our people to learn the language, to hold on to the language, and to revive the language so that it's never lost. Following Naila Te Kaupapa, we will perform another haka called Coyote. So thank you for letting us along. I hope you've enjoyed our performance here tonight, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to come here and share our culture. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your attention. We thank you all, and I hope you have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, give Wainuiomata a round of applause, everybody.
What a great show. We want to thank the kids in the jar and everybody for coming in here, sharing their stories, sharing their way of life, their culture. It shows that they're young people, their song and dance is prevalent in New Zealand. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming. We're going to welcome you all back tomorrow. for 7 p.m. grand entry. Every grand entry, you're going to be doing the haka after every grand entry, so you're going to be here all week at every grand entry. We're going to do a couple, don't go nowhere. I forgot, we got a special treat. We have a game, one of their games tonight.
They'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes.
How do I end it? Just how do I end it?
It is one of their games. I heard the stories of this. They're going to play, they're going to clear the mic stuff before. And we're going to do